Kagurashi was surprised to find a person hanging on the wall as soon as he moved into this inn. As an exorcist, Kagurashi knew immediately that it was a ghost, so he pulled her off the wall. In reality, Yuna had no ill intentions. She had only been hiding to avoid scaring Kagurashi. However, as a lingering spirit, Yuna was confined to this room, so the two of them had no choice but to squeeze into one room together. It was the first time in over a decade that Kagurashi, who had been single for years, found himself sleeping in the same room as a girl. Excited, he couldn't sleep all night. To ease the awkwardness, Kagurashi and Yuna started talking. But the next second, a mouse suddenly ran out, scaring Yuna so much that she used her magic, sending Kagurashi flying into the air. Just like that, Kagurashi was sent flying out. The next day, Yuna was regretting what happened last night when a monk happened to pass by and saw the scene. The monk was about to perform a ritual to exorcise Yuna. It was said that spirits who stayed too long in the human world would turn into vengeful ghosts. Just then, Kagurashi rushed back. He wanted to stop the monk, but upon further thought, he realized that even if Yuna wasn't exorcised now, she would eventually become a vengeful ghost. It might be better to let the monk send her to the afterlife. When the monk saw Kagurashi interrupting him, he realized that Kagurashi was also an exorcist. The monk was confused and asked why, if they were both exorcists, Kagurashi would want to stop him from exorcising Yuna. Kagurashi responded, saying that everything in that room belonged to him, including the ghost. Hearing this, the monk decided to exorcise Kagurashi along with Yuna. However, Kagurashi sent the monk flying out.
そっか。じゃあ、俺が手伝ってやるよ。俺がお前の未練を晴らしてやるよ。ユナ。
As the monk regained consciousness, Kagurashi quickly told Yuna to hide, only to realize what he had done when he saw Yuna's appearance. The next morning, as Kagurashi woke up, he saw a bird flying by and immediately had a bad feeling. Sure enough, it was Yuna, who had accidentally teleported Kagurashi into the sky while he was asleep. Fortunately, Kagurashi was lucky enough to survive the fall. The inn also housed 5 other girls, all of whom could see Yuna and had been living with her for a long time. Kagurashi began to suspect that they, too, were ghosts. However, Sajiri did not allow Kagurashi to stay there because not only could he see Yuna, but he could also touch her. Sajiri feared that Kagurashi might do something strange to Yuna. Although Sajiri disagreed, Kagurashi insisted on staying because he had promised Yuna to help her fulfill her wish. At that moment, the monk returned, bringing a group of young monks with him, planning to eliminate them all. But the girls weren't pushovers either. Sajiri was the first to step up and threw throwing darts at the young monks. Then, the pink-haired girl stood up and effortlessly threw a young monk out of the way. Even the little maid wasn't to be underestimated. She summoned many halos, and as the halos dropped onto the monks, everyone started receiving strange phone calls. They even managed to find the monk's long-lost daughter.